Yeah. So okay, we're here for your record, Big DoseOne in the house, man. Everybody, I think everybody knows at this point. One of my favorite rappers and artists of all time. One of the best human beings I know.
Dude.
Hugest heart, biggest heart, handsome man. One of the best looking rappers in the game. Like myself, we make a pretty damn good crew.
Stunning.
Yeah, stunting on him, bro. So when the record drops on your birthday.
Yeah, fucking tape.
I just got the vinyl.
Oh, dope. Yeah, they came out perfect. They look fucking kind of the best yet with Zach and Handmade. So this is the second physical only EP that I did. The first one was Ambient, Taken by Glaciers.
Yeah.
That was, I guess, more than a year ago now. And then this one is actually sort of like these resurrected pieces that I made with this dude, Drew Pearson, who's this crazy guitarist and the lead singer in Golden Drugs, which is one of my favorite bands from Oakland ever. And so he played guitar. We just fucking, we would just chill. We just met and connected. And so we would just vibe and make this trash that then I would process. And then he'd play back over. And then that shit sat on my hard drive because I moved. So I was like, oh, look at this shit. And it was really dope. Had all these moments. So that, and then my boy Matt Heddich, Wake, did some electronics on the crazy last song. And I just tried to make something that is nothing like the ambient record. And is
dude, the ambient record is so beautiful. I don't mean to cut you off, but I love that ambient record, man. It's amazing.
I needed to make it. You know, I might do another one, or I might just do something else for the next thing. But this one is like fucking all over the place. It has chill moments, it has minimal moments, and it has extremely aggressive, I don't even know what's happening moments. And yeah, man, I just love doing this shit and not putting it on the internet. It means a lot to me. I'm not trying to be just actually being super I'm super grateful to the people that buy this shit, but it's not actually about the mercantile aspect. It's like, I know there's a small group of people out there, and I'm going to make something just for them.
Right.
If someone wants to be a dick and put it on the internet, whatever, you know. But I think for me, man, I just got, I mean, everybody knows, I don't need to preach about it, the way that everything music is free, all that, just left a bad taste in my mouth. So this is just a simple way that I reverse it for myself alone. I can't fix.
Right. Yeah. And it makes it more special and exclusive, man.
Yes, for the homies, you get that shit, you know. Oh, also, this is my 50th record.
Damn, for real?
Isn't that crazy?
Can you name all 50 records?
Yeah, so let's see. What is it? All right. My demo was called Untitled, and then that's with J. Rawls. Kind of turned into Hemispheres, and Subtitled was like that with 2 songs changed. Then Hemispheres, Slow Death, Green Think, It's Not Easy Being, Green Think Blindfold, Themselves, Them, The No Music, Crowns Down, The Free Houdini, Cloud Dead 10. There's little shit all over the place. The Object Beings thing, which was lost for infinity.
I'm not gonna make you go through the whole thing.
All the subtle. So basically, it's like all the subtle, all the solo dose.
Damn, that makes sense, man. That's pretty enlightening to hear, man. Because so before Them came out, you had 8 projects pretty much before that. You were well seasoned once Them came out.
Well. But Them was driving the whole thing. Like, I was experimenting with Yoni. We were finding ourselves. But me and Jeff were, like, finding ourselves. Like, that shit.
Yeah.
We were separated. So, you know, we did songs in, like, 2-3 song chunks. And that shit kind of defined everything for me and was, I don't know. I wouldn't say I took it the most serious. Jeff and I just had a thing. And then the No Music is a weird fucking record. I listened to that recently. I was like, this is not so accessible. I was like, all right. But, you know, Crowns Down slaps. You know, it's interesting, man. Everything was incredibly important because I was putting one stone after the next, and I was not doing it to make a path that someone else would follow. I was just worried about where's the next stone supposed to be. And I don't know. I have a aversion to repeating myself. I really can't do it. I can explore more and change, but like something about I remember when I listened to rap as just a fan before I made anything, I was like, man, so many people always sound exactly the same and it's good, but it's not always good. And I was like, I rap, I'm never doing that. Then here we are.
Dude, yeah, and you've evolved so much, even just in the time that we've been working together, man. Your whole style has just morphed into this really, really crazy hard creature, man. It's hard. I love your style right now. Everything you're doing right now is crazy.
I owe that shit to you, man. I like, in all honesty, you know, it is the first Alpha was something that brought me back to that space. The second Alpha, somehow without any coordination, was exactly the same thing. Brought me back to like killing it and needing it, and both of them for the right reasons, you know, like just wanting to rap. You make me want to rap.
Same, bro.
I don't know, yeah, you know, I listened to this thing today. I was like, I got all this shit to do. I listened, and I was like listening to the car, and I got all this crap I got to do, and I was like, fuck, I want to write rap.
So I try to save all my simple writing for the shit that I'm doing with myself, and then when I'm working with you, it pushes me to write. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it puts me in such a good place, man.
Like whatever song 3 or 4, and you're talking about something about a zoo, and then rhyme with food in the cabinet.
Oh yeah. That was the one that Mopes from Strange Famous produced. Prolific.
Oh no shit, that's a Mopes beat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's crazy.
There's a couple Cypress Hill like high pitched horns. Like
Mopes.
So good.
I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. But yeah, that what you've morphed into now, and we can't really talk about the thing that's coming, but like it's like the cherry on top to the ending of that thing, you know? Just how sharp people have heard it, but just how fucking much of a defined character you are now, man. It's like it's unfuckwittable in my opinion, man.
Hey man, you know, it's like sometimes I get concerned about like where I am in rap, which is nowhere. You know, nobody really regards me or puts me in these spaces. Like it's separated, but I'll get carried away with that. But then when I rap, man, it's just about where I'm fucking at.
Yeah.
And it's like that is the only thing that's important. That's why that rap is what it is. That's, you know, you do the same thing. You know, I show up for my shit. Project Blowed, assimilated tenants are always in the house. No shaking it, breaking it, making it, taking it. You know,
yeah.
You know, just like no fucking selling anybody crap. And then always like, I don't know. I find this like I'm always rephrasing the same things I truly stand for because that's what I feel comfortable talking about. You know, but there's an infinite way to do that.
You know, and as much as you've pushed the envelope in experimentation with hip hop, you're like the purest of the pure. I know, you know.
Yeah.
You know your hip hop, and you've dissected it to the point that you can pick it apart and piece it back together, something brand new and beautiful, man. It's always a work of art every time you put something out.
It's funny. I get a feeling that people perceive me as someone who has not memorized, you know, 1,000 rap records and is like
right, which is completely wrong, bro.
They're totally fucked up on that shit. You know?
Yeah, you fucked up.
The weird guys like never listen to much, you know.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's stop, slow down. She's trying to kill me. Yeah, so I think it's like I don't know. I love that. You know, rap is my comfort music.
Well, you're the perfect example of what the evolution of a human being could be, man. It's like people don't really realize what you started from. I know you, and I know what you started from and what you evolved into. and it's completely different than what you used to be. And it's a better version of yourself every single year, you know, which it really shows in your music too. Even though I'm still so attached to the hemispheres and them, you,
right?
The new you is also like mind blowing, you know.
Yeah, the Alpha shit is nails, man. And you know, and I listen. Rest in peace, Bren. I listen on the anniversary of his passing. It's fucked up. It's the best record I've ever done, but I can't listen to Lessons Orchestra because, you know, it just rips me up. Like every other 20 bars, I'm like, you know, like a movie, you know. And I listened to it though on the night of his passing, all liquored up, and that shit, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's really good. That's all. I'm not that dude. I don't talk about my shit, but I listen to that with
that record is amazing, bro.
I just gotta kind of I'm not dabbing, so I just gotta kind of hide my eyes and walk away. You know, I'm glad it exists, but that shit is fun to look back at. The shit I'm working on now, the next Alpha stuff, I'm here for it, man.
Yeah. What's the new stuff you're working on after this?
I'll tell you what, because Jeff talked about this on Dad Bod, but it's you'll be very happy to know it's me and Buck and Jeff. North American Adonis 2.0. That's all I'll say. I don't want to, but yeah, that's it. It started. It's already you know, making this record for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already good. Yeah, we're happy.
Oh damn, man.
You know, I just hope we can work a little travel magic like we did and get us all together. You know, I feel like doing stuff via satellite is really great because we can and we're talented and we know how to do it. It's fun. We can make it just as valid, but it's good to get, even if you just, like, we didn't do shit. We listened to we did shit, but we didn't like make a song, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just getting that chemistry in there is important.
Just kicking it, man, in the physical is a good thing, you know?
Yeah. And we did this thing definitely 20 years ago. Like, I don't even know, probably more. And for people that don't know, we did one half on Nostam's 8-track, North American Adonis. And we did the other half on Gel's DS880, which is digital 8-track. And Jeff was high. I don't know if he was high, but Jeff erased the entire second half. Because the 880, no shade, Jeff. I love you, bro. But you know, it's got a thing where you hit shift and one button and you do what you wanted to do. You hit shift and the other button and you wipe that shit. And he wiped it. So then I don't know. It wasn't a fun thing, but nobody was mad, you know, and then just lives happen. And then Rich is like king of drums, the new shit.
Oh, he's on fire right now, man.
Yeah. And it needs to be said, I don't know if he gives a shit or hates it, but Vertex is it's really one of my favorite rap records ever made.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Influenced me. I listened to it back and forth. It's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of perfect. I always feel like I'm whatever I do is just going to be next to Vertex. I know it's really old for him and that might offend him and all this other shit, but it's one of those things, you know? So, real fucking, and just like you, man, I don't know, working with people I deeply respect and want to see more of, and then to like be, like, the reason that's happened, you know, going verse for verse, piece for piece, the reason there's more of this other person you love hearing. It's so dope. It's fucking great. You know?
Shit, this shit is, I don't think I've said it enough, but it's all surreal for me, you know? I loved you guys when I was a kid. Like, you guys are you guys are the pinpoint and pinnacle of my transition in life from being in a really turbulent lifestyle, harsh, to something like beautiful, man. To finding something that like gave me a lot of purpose, you know? So it's really like, it's meaningful for me.
Yep. I think that you and I both have a similar but different path to like, before when you were mentioning knowing where I come from and all that stuff, but it was just like, once I got creativity a little bit in front of aggression and violence, I started really winning. Everything was still difficult, and I had to do all this shit to get where I got. But it was rap and freestyling and battling that like allowed me to do that. All this shit. Like graffiti got me into more trouble, but then there was something about just rapping that I was like, yeah, this shit is a path. Nice to still have it in my life. Rapping did not buy my house. All praises due, but it like had me on the path, and I think it's like it's the most.
It did lead you. It led you to where you're at, though. It for sure so gave important. Those doors for Sludge Life, you know, and all that stuff, you know.
Straight up, right? And everything's in that, you know, like the same way that the whole life goes into the verses, the whole life goes into Sludge Life 2, which can include rap, you know.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty could be. That's what I remember when I started working on games. There's this guy JW who I made a disc room with. He was part of Lambeer, and like I don't know if I've ever told him this, but we were just working one day, and I was like, man, my entire brain and everything I can do can just fit in this man's brain. Like he's like, I'm just a piece of what's happening in there, and like super humbling, but also like made me realize that all this expression that is music that I love dearly, that could just always go in a game. And I'm learning how to do other things that like writing has to ascend a little bit. I mean, there's definitely raps in Sludge Life, you know.
Those games are definitely you though, man, to a T. It's like I see personality all over that game.
Yeah. It's definitely. Oh, I should say too, because I don't know if I'll get another chance to say it. In Sludge Life 2, there's all these Big Mud songs. He's the rapping frog. There's like a bunch more.
Yeah.
And I'm like blatantly ripping off AWOL because that's my main.
Oh, really? AWOL,
and I love it. Yeah. And
that's the AWOL, man.
I was writing whatever rap, you know, this was like almost a year ago at this point. And like on Twitter, someone retweeted the AWOL and Daddy Kev,
the rhythm.
All these sorry suckers so
fucking temporary. Yeah.
That shit is just like, and then I just ripped it off. It's like it's a 1-to-1, you know, with a little change, you know, and Mud kind of sounds like AWOL. I'm gonna send him everything. I'll send him the vinyl and shit when it's out.
Can you spit a Mud verse real quick, like a few bars?
How does the one go?
In the Mud voice too.
All these high risers are so sad and temporary. Bubble, but it got scurry. All these high risers are so sad and temporary. He's a little lower than AWOL, but
yeah,
that like singing walrus energy, I stole 100%.
Yeah,
all the phrasing too, you know. But like, there's a bunch of shit. I put a bunch of De La shit in there. I don't know, Mud. That's what he is. He's kind of Southern. He's a Southern frog. I don't fucking know.
Well, the games has contributed to your style and your music too, man, which is awesome.
Yeah, now I can like produce. I guess like the best thing that making a million beats did for me is sometimes I actually hear something on an Alpha song, and I can just execute that shit. I don't have to just like confusedly explain it to Jeff or BD or whoever.
Right.
No,
right.
It's like this. It goes. I don't know. I just sort of make shit, and that's good. But honestly, like with the stuff we're doing, I do just love rapping. I fucking hate mixing. Mixing's for protecting.
Bro, but you're so fast at it. You are a beast in the edit room, man. That post production, you are a beast at it.
I know what I know, but mixing sucks. Mixing's hard. Mixing is like.
Let's let this be known that if the post production for Alpha was in my hands, you would have no Alpha for years to come.
Dude, the EP sounds great though.
Honestly, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Super present, even. That shit felt great.
Thank you, man. I tried my hardest, but I also tried not to try too hard. I like things to be effortless, you know, and free form.
Yeah, me too. But I don't feel like
You and I are complete opposites, man. I'm like, fuck. My room is dirty. Your room is clean. That's just how we are. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I got other shit to do. My room's gonna stay like that.
No, I remember though. I had this talk with Yoni. We were roommates doing Cloud Dead a million years ago, and he was like, I'm going to misquote this. I don't really care. I don't remember how it was going down. But he's like, I'm a perfectionist. You know, this is the conversation we're having. And I was like, I'm a perfectionist. And he's like, no, you're anal. And I was like, wait a minute, you're right. Because, like, I'm actually somewhere between you and him. Like, I'll let some whole shit be sloppy because I just don't want to fix it. I don't really fucking know. Yoni is not like that. So he was like, there's a huge difference between the two of us. And I was like, oh, you know. Oh. Yeah, anyway.
It's funny. I saw him at a show in Philly, and we were backstage, and we were talking. Alpha had just come out, and we were talking about the Alpha record, and he was like, so what's it like working with Dose? So I was like, oh, it's great, man. And he said something along the lines like, is he being anal? That kind of thing, you know? Like, nah, it's been amazing, man. Smooth as can be.
Yeah, I learned some lessons, man. I keep that shit to myself. That's between me and the kick drum now.
Yeah.
I don't let the human beings in on that shit. It's just like, I'm fucking with the hi-hat. You know, I get shit out on the floor where it's appropriate, you know.
I'm so surprised how you and Media are working so good together, man. No, I'm the kind of dude that'll step back and just let it happen. I'll let it happen. If there's something I don't like, I'll mention it. But I'm always like, I'm pretty able to work with anything, man. I just like seeing shit come to life, you know?
Yeah, same. I get this thing where like a little bit of knowledge is like a bad thing. So like I started mixing and finishing all this video game music. And now like I learn a little and I'm like, I want to help with that snare.
Right.
That's it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think that's amazing. Yeah.
Some days I would love like a nice stroke, you know, and just fucking forget about that. Just be rapping real loud and close to the mic.
Oh yeah. It's everything you're doing right now is fucking dope, man. I mentioned this in the Alpha conversation. Something's happening, you know, and now it's happening. Like the wave is going, you know. I'm getting hit up by so many people that are just like, man, everything you guys are doing is amazing. Keep going. I'm like, well, we've always been going. Now we're just going for real.
Yeah. I mean, I like to hear it. You know, I'm fucking. Some dude called me DoseOne today online because I fucking am. Because I motherfucking am. I ghost everybody. I just did it. You know, it's like it's not intentional. I'm just like doing what I'm doing, and it's where my attention's at, you know.
You're busy, man. You're on your time, and that's okay, you know.
If everybody wrote me a letter, I'd feel guilty, and I'd write a letter back. But these motherfuckers ain't writing letters.
DoseOne. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So you are you touring any of this stuff? Are you planning on doing any shows for the Northodontist stuff and all this?
Never again. I'm gonna have my bones tour. My bones are gonna go on tour of all the dive bars that my body is.
Never again. I think I was just talking to Quell about this, man. Me and Quell were talking, and I was like, dude, you still go on tour? He's like, hell no. Fuck that shit. I'm not sleeping on anybody's couch anymore. He's like, I just graduated Purdue. All I'm doing is fucking working.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just love my work. It would fuck my shit up to pull myself out of the pipeline to be going to gas stations and doing shows. I do love performing, but also like, man, I fucking staged the shit out of my human life. I did a lot of stuff. So, you know, I feel like for me, it's like you missed it. That's how I gotta be about this heat and fucking De La Soul when they were when I was 15 and nobody was taking me to concerts. I couldn't get in, you know, like I didn't see shit. It's okay. I don't give a fuck. It makes some people special. Then they generally care.
I feel like the video content's a good replacement for shows and tours, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Honestly, just the music. So that's another thing. Like doing the physical only. You know, I don't stream. Like I'm a staunch, man. I I don't fuck with it. Don't catch me doing it. You know what I mean? And I actually think that like it's about this music. If you're tripping, if you think we didn't go hard and make this music the way it needs to be, so that you listen to all 10 tracks in headphones and press play again. Like that's all I'm trying to do. And that may be old school, but it's not boomer. It's fucking high. It's gilded. It's high art. It's like it's actually an elevated way to approach things in this day and age where it's like I just hope they play the song.
I feel like this is the real boutique rap. You know what I'm saying? The exclusive, the supreme of supreme rap. You know, like.
And we're not alone.
No. Backwoods is doing great with that stuff. There's a few acts starting to come up, man, that are doing their thing. They're touring for us, though. You know? I see them cats going to Europe. I'm like, ooh, I would not want to be doing that right now. I'm too fucking old, man.
Yeah. And I don't think I get this. Somehow, like touring was like really. I had to do it to get to the next record, and now I do other things. And getting to the next record is like way more civilized than it's ever been. I'm not trying to do 2 a year. I'm not trying to like make this rent off these records. It's actually this like pure thing. And not only all the shit about touring I don't want to do, but I don't want to fuck this better form that I've achieved by working harder, doing other shit. So it's just like, for me, I got this thing going that is actually how I want it. I don't regret my career, but I feel like in a perfect world, you know, it's like we're socialists and artists get paid to do this by the government, and we fucking do this. It's important.
Oh, yeah. If we were Canadians, I'd be on tour, man, for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't know, though. You know, I just hope I inspire some kids. My favorite thing to think about is like somebody just finding me and then finding all 50 fucking records.
50, bro.
That's a fun night, bro. Little homie likes it. And
I got 50. The copy you gave me is that Zach gave me. That's number 50. That's your 50th record?
It's probably like 53 or
damn.
Whatever. Yeah. But there's all the soundtracks. There's fucking all the bands. All the solo stuff. And
you really are a Bay Area artist, bro. You're a Bay Area artist for sure, man. You like, you know, E40 has 1 million records. All these guys got tons of records from the Bay.
Who's up there with 50? It's pretty. I'm definitely we're in like a small.
Kool Keith.
You know.
You think Kool Keith has 50 records?
Yeah, but there's like a shitting it out era for Keith.
Yeah.
Respect. I fucking love you, Keith. You're my dad. But there's like a thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to be a shadow of my former self. I would rather be sued by my future self and murdered than like bear witness to like.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not even about repeating yourself. It's about like. I think that was the difficult thing about touring all the time. Was getting everything into like a well-oiled machine, so it's like an assembly line. But then the second you get it to that gets detrimental to like the music being super spirited and super meant to be. You know, it's just like has to be. There's like a fucking line.
Yeah, and you put so much into your live show, man. I forget who I was talking to. They were doing something with live drumming, and I was like, man, when I first met Dose, him and Jeff were just on point. I've never seen a hip hop show like that. It didn't matter. I'm talking about from Outkast down to like Common to you guys. Like, I've never seen a show like that before, man. You guys were on top of your shit.
Yeah, that shit.
You put a lot into it.
The last Themselves tours, we were really good. The only thing I've seen that's actually like that was this like pure hip hop drum machine rap thing was Shabazz Palaces.
I've never seen him perform.
So, they were nasty. It's one of the only things I've seen where I was like, wow, this is, you know, similar but different. It's really good.
You know who had a really great live show that was really impressive was like, just reminded me of a circus act in a really good way was Buck, man. Buck's old shows were incredible. Playing the beats, cutting, juggling, while rapping, like just insane, man.
Yeah, man, really good energy. And Grand Buffet. Did you ever see Grand Buffet live?
I did. Yeah, I toured with them in Europe.
Yeah, they were fucking. Man, I would laugh so hard. I saw them once in Paris, right? And they were having a hard time. We were like a day early. I don't remember why. Jell and I were just in the audience, enjoying ourselves. We see them in Paris, and they're like, they're not really feeling them. Paris is confused. It's too much English. They're being too funny.
Yeah.
And they're like, Jackson's like, do any of you guys speak German? And the Paris guys were like, no. And they're like, you're welcome. And it was like this World War II joke. Dropped on these motherfuckers. And I remember just being like, man, these guys are like from another planet. This is like hardcore. They like roast the whole audience.
Yeah.
You know, it was amazing.
Where were those dudes from again? Were they from Minnesota or something? Pittsburgh.
The other Minnesota.
Other Minnesota. Yeah. Man, B. Dolan too. B. Dolan, shouts to him, man. His live show is pretty wild too.
Absolutely nasty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's really great. Yeah, I love that dude. Stand up man. Yeah, and other than that, I don't know. I've just been lately. I'm listening to. I listened to Quest Mad Lab recently. It's really bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't go back.
Stevie Weeby used to play that for me, man, all the time.
Lots of sex rap and stuff. Interesting.
Sex rap.
I think that's a very interesting thing. Like men that made songs for women that are like utterly degrading. Like this,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like some woman's gonna be like, let's go.
I have a big problem with like feminists screaming about femininity and then listening to like the worst fucking degrading rap music of all time. I'm like, it's kind of hypocritical, man. I don't listen to that shit because I don't like degrading women,
No, amen. But I had a moment when I was unpacking some stuff in therapy where I was like, the imprint about women being a person who was like praying to rap, whatever you want to call it. I was devoted all these ways, right? It was crazy, man. Like all the songs were either like positive about a woman-ish, but then like had like a shitty portion of, or it was actually about girls setting you up.
Yeah.
And you don't fucking go meet this girl and the other PJs and then that was actually happening around us all the time.
Yeah, that was true. So, yeah, for sure.
So we had this horrible fucking, it's either misogyny or like, man, it was just like a bum rap. I was thinking about it and like how far people like you and I had to come in the absence of examples. There was a little bit of like love your mother and shit.
Well, especially when we hated our mother,
Yeah,
and that was our example of a woman,
But I saw other people doing it and I was like, that looks like how you get there, but we had to like find that. And I think it's, I hope that's changing for young people who like surround themselves with young people rapping and liking rap. I hope it's getting a little more flexible, because when I thought about that, I was like, man, all that shit was super dark.
Dark. Yeah. Very dark.
Yeah. But now we have more women rapping. That's
and they're kind of crushing it too. Like I thought about there's a woman in every cipher now, and she's crushing it, man.
You need like a female contribution that is like authentically feminine, can be masculine, whatever it is. It needs to like stake that claim.
Yeah.
And over time, I think it'll be this peak in a valley of idiots, objectifying women and misogyny and all this bullshit. But
it's very hard to watch, man. But on a lighter note, okay, I had this question. Top 5.
Yes.
Back then, top 5 right now.
Rappers. Rapper. Okay. Oh man. Back then,
I knew you were gonna think hard, man, because you
it's brutal.
Yeah. It's Tim Dog number 1.
No. I mean, he's my spirit animal. I fucking love the dog.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I actually love the dog now too because you played him for me, bro.
He's the purest. Him and Old Dirty, they're like the only pure fucking
great. Yeah,
artists.
just amazing, bro.
Hip hop pipes through them like a fucking oil. But yeah, I think let's see. I mean, it has to be
Micah, number one.
Yeah, it's Micah and Saphir.
Oh,
100%. Buck is up there.
Ooh.
I mean, there's not enough, but good Pharaoh Monch is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I think about it, there's nobody holding candle. Damn, what is that? Did I just do 4 already?
That's 3 because the top spot had 2 people.
This is back in the day though, and I'm Nas. I'm tripping. Nas changed everything.
Nas, yep.
I was Nas crazy for a while. You know, the Jizza gets some kind of. I was also Jizza crazy for a while.
Yeah.
And then if I go right now, man, I mean it's still Micah and Saphir up on that motherfucking list.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Micah's still creating, so yeah, I'll take that as a now answer for sure.
I don't know that they could get moved off. You know what I'm saying? Like and also, damn, this is so difficult because Pasta News, man, is like he's a human being that is my father. That I don't know. It's so his immaculate work is the best ever. Almost, you know? Yeah. And then I love Ka. I fuck with Ka.
Oh yeah. You put me on the Ka.
He's modern. Kind of doesn't get any better. I haven't listened to a rapper maybe ever that makes me want to get the pen that much.
I'd say he's the father of that style. I'm not sure if Rock Marciano is the father of that shit or if it's Ka.
It has to be Ka.
It has to be Ka.
Ka was in that Elements. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to get in that. If that's a thing, I don't give a fuck. You know? I'm
saying that those two have influenced pretty much all the shit that's popping right now when it comes to independent hip hop. Your Larry Junes, your West Side Guns, all of that shit. A lot of that's influenced by those two dudes, and I'm not sure which one did it first.
And they talk about, you know, they're basically doing a similar but different thing to what Doom is doing, where it's just like constant internal, external rhyme, you know, like box of lock shots, stock in the Ottoman and all this.
Yeah.
I mean, Doom did it in a humorous way that went on to influence all the future dudes and everybody fucking, you know.
Cash Limony and Matrimony and that, you know, like they just it's a play on words.
I don't know how influenced Ka is by Doom, though. I really feel like, I don't know the man, but I really feel like he was in Natural E. He was always nasty. And where he got with his style was fatherless. You know?
Yeah.
I listen to that shit, I'm like, nobody's son of this fucking guy. Somebody maybe like got him on the path, but no.
Too cool, too dangerous, you know?
Yo.
So that was 3, I think.
That's 3. And this is my top 5 today. Jesus Christ, man. I'm trying to think. It's so difficult. I don't know. If I'm really honest, I like really good and really bad stuff equally. So
it's okay. You can say really bad stuff.
Well,
I appreciate that.
There, which is, you know, top tier. Man. And then I do love Tim Dog and Tony D. Like, they're the worst, best shit.
What was the dude that you were showing me a video again? The cat from Sweden?
Johnny Bass.
Johnny Bass, bro.
Yeah, Johnny Bass.
Johnny Bass.
So,
he could be up there too, I think, man. Yeah.
Shout out Johnny Bass. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Johnny Bass. That's like better than Tim Dog. That's like
yeah.
I'm also going to hell for Johnny Bass and showing everyone Johnny Bass. There's no.
It's so good though.
Doubt about it.
I wouldn't feel bad about telling him like, "Hey, man, it's bad, but it's really good." You know, like
but it's really,
really good.
But I go everywhere.
It's so
traveling
bad.
music.
Yeah.
The record
Traveling music.
Traveling music for flying night creatures.
Yeah, like that. Some people are gonna hit me up about it. Like, can you ask Dose if he'll put that on the internet for me, man?
Oh man, yeah. You know, it's like I love rap. There's that thing, man. It's like I love it so much that if it's a hot mess, I love it as much as when it's fucking by fucking lightning and Jesus himself. It's like they're the same to me.
I need that sometimes, man. It was a nice break for me because I'm so serious about it. If I'm listening to it and it's shitty, I'm like, God, this is fucking terrible. Turn this off.
You were crying. You were like, you were basically and you go into that phase. I saw you. Like, I've seen other people do this. They go into this phase where they're like, yo, I'm trying to have a good time, man. I'm not trying to listen to this. But then all of a sudden you hear some line and you're like, oh man, this is fucking
He just had classic line after classic line, man. Oh God.
And then next thing you know, you're like waiting for it. You know, you're like by the speaker and shit. Oh,
it was like building, you know, for me, because when I hear Meaty laughing and his crazy ass laugh, that shit makes me laugh, and then I'm hearing you say it word for word.
Oh yeah.
Oh bro, that shit was fucking classic. It was a classic moment.
Yeah, there's that shit. Like that's one of the things, like that and Tim Dog. I can laugh like it was the first time I heard it. When I hear another homie laugh for the first time, it takes me right back, and I'm just like wheezing and crying and shit.
Oh man, it's very it's very kind of comical for me, man, because I'm sitting with the elite of lyricists, and I'm listening to the worst shit ever, bro.
You know, you've heard the good shit.
Yeah.
I gotta play you that.
We needed that, man. That was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Johnny Bass. Thank you, Johnny Bass, for all the joy you give me.
Thank you, Johnny Bass, man. So the new record is coming out in a week.
It's
What's
called
the date?
Even with Demons. Coming out on my birthday, 4/21/23. 50th record. I'm 46. That means I've been doing records since I was -4. And no.
And still crushing it, bro. Still crushing it.
And you know, I'm just happy. I'm happy to have hands made. I'm happy to have Zach. I'm happy to be able to like everything I was talking about doing music for the right reasons. Also being able to execute it without bullshit and needing to be on a label and talk to fucking anybody. You know.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm so grateful, and we do it with a person that appreciates us. I can't have it more.
Yeah.
Pretty ideal.
It's I've never met a man more driven to put out the music that he loves and take on hell in the process for everybody around him to make shit happen, you know? Shouts to fucking Zach, man.
Zach's amazing, though. You know, I feel like I don't know how he would describe it, but when I met him, he had all the old tapes. And, like, I feel like caring about art enough to care for it coming out right is something that was just second nature to him. I'm sure it still sucks to, like, lick envelopes. I know it sucks to lick envelopes. But I think there's something in this that is, like, a maturation of something that is open in him, and now he gets to do it with the people he loves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It makes me. I'm happy to know that I just couldn't ask for a better dude.
Dude, and Handmade is snowballing right now. It's taking on such a big presence in a big form. It's like I look at the label now, I'm like, damn, dude, there's some heavyweights on here, man, and some up and coming new heavyweights and some really amazing experimental shit and metal shit. And like everything I love about music is on this label, you know?
And I think it's important to say to everybody, we're both artists, you know, and Zach is an artist, and it's created to be this thing that artistically eschews your art into the world. So it's like a no bullshit thing. So I hope all kinds of people stop what they're doing and go do it on a more casual, realistic level. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's actually not that it's we need to get revenge on streaming, but it is like a great antidote. It's an aside, so like you stream everything for free all day, and you can be really excited that you're gonna rip them off. Like that was driving me crazy. Like rest in peace, Trugoy, but like everything launched, and everyone was so excited about streaming. Their music for nothing. And I was like, yo, I bought all the tapes and all the vinyl the day that shit dropped, you know. But I was like, I'm not. The world's weird, man.
Dude, not to get too like spacey, but it's kind of a metaphor for life right now. Like, people don't want the real physical thing anymore. They don't. They just want disposable things that they can swipe, get rid of. And they don't even want to be in the physical anymore. People don't want to talk to each other, hug each other. They don't meet in person. You don't meet the girls you like in person anymore. You don't buy it's like, I don't want to sound old, but there's something of merit in there, you know?
But hearing what you're saying, right? I also hear there's an updated aspect to this where it's like lots of aspects of what everyone's doing is evolving. Things are evolving. But all of those things that they're doing, the basic relationships that they had to things that already existed, had their own authenticity. It's kind of like the speed of all this shit is the gentrification of fucking
life itself.
But it's still good. I mean, they're doing all kinds of shit. They're going to fucking get to Mars, suck my dick, have fun, you know? But I do think when we relate to it, we see how different it is in relation to what we thought was the perfect pyramid to build, you know? So it's interesting. It's like, it's a bit of a, honestly, like, you know, sometimes I have the same thing where I'm like, I sound like an old man, but also like, yo, fuck y'all, YOLO. I'll see y'all later. Do what you want. Take 5 seconds of the song. I'll
absolutely.
Whatever. I'm good. I'm listening to Tim Dog long playing recordings. You know?
At this point, it's more about how we feel about it rather than how other people feel about it. You know?
And it does affect us. So I think that's the real conversation. It's like, how does all this change affect people who don't want to change in a way that has purpose?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me not wanting to change is not like me with a shotgun and a beer, not trying to get off my porch. It's like, it's some shit that I'm not sure I should change it because you want me to change it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's gangster, bro. I like that.
Yeah, man.
But well, shoot, man, I'm gonna cut it from here. I really appreciate you coming on again, man. Man, thank you. It's good to see your face. I'm always excited to see you.
Yeah, man. I love you and I miss you, dude.
I love you too, bro. I'll be sending you shit pretty soon. Alpha 3.
Send me these verses. Send me all these verses. Yeah.
I got you.
We're about to release the best Alpha thing.
Oh.
We're just not telling people.
No. Yeah. Not yet. But yeah, mind blown. Even with Demons coming out.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. All right, big brother, man. Love you, bro.
Good to see you. Love you too, man.
Miracle.